Alright, how you doing? We're gonna step out in faith again today. It took me months to muster up the, confidence and faith to make another video. I'm just gonna rattle off some ideas to talk about as I kind of step out and try to make videos. And just some notes I took trying to get myself psyched up for this. One of the things I kind of noted was I'm completely out of my element with this. This is just not natural for me at all. But I know the Lord has given me a lot of confirmations, and He kept dropping confirmations until He stopped, until He didn't. And I believe that as I kind of picked up on some messages and whatnot, that at a certain point, it's just got to be by faith. And so I finally was able to, stay sober for a little bit and build my faith and confidence up, my prayer life. And so we're stepping out and we're gonna go take a shot at this again. And I thought, okay, what am I gonna say? So I thought, as I'm praying about it, I envisioned, what if I had 500,000 subscribers? Then I'd know that I'm speaking to people. And I don't like to just talk unless I really have something to say. If I'm in a treatment group or a Zoom treatment or in person or whatever, I don't like to speak at all. When I was in school, kid or adult, I never wanted to speak. I just had, I just never felt compelled until I really felt like something needed to be conveyed. And for me, it's mostly to do with if someone's misidentifying God or you and me, when it just is a false label or accusation or what have you. So here's some more of the ideas. Get down. And don't push that over. Stop. I got my cat Lucky over there. It's getting ready to knock the phone over. So we got, I thought, okay, one idea is I'm better at evangelism. That's more my gifting, having a conversation with people. So, if you guys have any ideas, throw it down in the comments of what would be something to get into, what you'd want to talk about. I don't want to hit everything. It'll take too long, I guess. But, last week I didn't want to live anymore, being completely honest. Last day I was not sober, last Monday, and it started getting me kind of thinking about all the heroes of the faith who were at a point where they didn't want to live anymore. Rattling some of them off: Elijah, Job, 1, 2, 3, 5 times, Moses, Jeremiah. That's something we can get into in the future. I wrote down, what are you believing for? What really grinds your gears? I don't know, just something to get the wheels turning. The Lord very often will give me numbers, a time on the clock or something like that to convey a message. 12:12 recently has been one that comes up a lot, which in the Hebrew I believe is to manifest, manifestation. And Romans 12:12 sticks out for me. I don't want to hit everything, like I said. I'm just trying to get a video going, stepping out in faith. Kind of talking about imposter syndrome. That's a big one I struggle with. Like Moses saying, I think you got the wrong guy here. That's what it's felt like since the beginning when he put in my spirit that he wants me to start a YouTube channel. Something that I've always struggled with Rick is raging against God, getting really upset with Him. Exodus 14:14, something to do with that. Something that's real popular in the church right now is preachers, and I'm talking about from the whole spectrum, shooting flaming arrows from the pulpit, and that's something we can get into in the future. That's something I really want to hit on. That's something that's really that's something that I really feel strongly about, and I feel like I want to convey, and encourage the church with primarily. I was reading in I forget where it was, might have been Isaiah, talking about sharing the good news, shouting it from the mountaintop, right? And it hit me yesterday on the way to go play basketball. I'm like, social media is our new mountaintop. It's going to social media, so it's YouTube is a place where it's I'm going up on top of the mountain to yell out, stop. Share the good news and just, yeah. So to communicate to the masses, like social media, YouTube is like the new mountaintop for the modern day. Talk about being persecuted as a Christian. Talk about being misunderstood when you're going through kind of the Job life. As a buddy of mine once called it, God's jobbing me right now. He's jobbing me. And they don't understand, and what they do is when people don't understand something, they tend to slap a label on you because people don't like to just not understand. They need to package it or whatever. So slap a label, and it's like a false label. It's a false identity. And it's very common, and you look at the book of Job again, Job's friends, they had to keep, unsolicited advice. That's another thing I want to get into. Unsolicited advice and imposing counsel, which is some of the most insufferable things ever. I can't stand it. It's horrible, dreadful. And Job's friends would do it, and they do it in the form of advice, but it would always be a condemnation and accusation, and it's so frustrating. Yeah, so that's so we'll end on that. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.